It's the Black Canvas with ECST.
I'm gonna visit out some of the worst food, man, I've had in a while. You need to travel, you need to get out, you need to see different kind of people. It's gonna make you grow as an individual.
At the end of the day, all that matters is what's in their pocket, getting over on folks. That's all they care about. Give a special shout out to y'all. Appreciate the love. Y'all keep hitting us up. Let us know, how we doing and things.
Ladies, you put it on the scent real good, and he was like, shit, I'm gonna take this bitch to Spain. Ugh.
So basically what you're saying is everybody can be Tim Tebow.
And now, ECST.
Yeah.
Ha! Ting, ting, ting! Yeah! What's up with you, ST? How you been, man?
What's going on, EC? How you feeling, bro?
Man, I just touched down from Japan, man, just a couple hours ago. Tired as shit. Man, that 13-hour flight, man, it was spectacular, man. I'm gonna post some more pictures up on our Instagram at Blank Canvas ECST, but I already posted some. Like you said, of the little Japanese wonderland. And I got some funny stories, man. Like the train system in Japan is crazy. Like if you don't know where you're going, you will get trampled because everybody's trying to get to work. And nobody gives a damn if you're a foreigner and you're trying to figure this shit out, man.
Kind of like New Yorkers.
Hell yeah, man! Like I was trying to figure out how to get to Tokyo. Like when I first got there with my colleague, and what we did was we purchased like bullet train tickets to get us from the Narita airport to Tokyo. So we took the bullet train. It took 45 minutes. So pretty much while we was riding there, I put some of the videos on the Instagram as well. We rode through the countryside. And when I first got there, you know how when you're dating somebody, you've been planning a trip for a long time, you have like a certain image in your head of what that person is like or what that place is going to be like?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Like, so when I got to Japan, I was like, all right, like this is not what I thought it would be as far as just in the country heading into the city. Like all the buildings are like extremely old, had like an old like rustic like look and feel to it. Like all we already knew this. All the houses and buildings are like really close together. I was thinking in my head when I was riding. I was like, man, Spider-Man can, he can swing for days, man, in Tokyo. Shit. Like if you want to run away from the cops, you could literally like hop on your roof and run from roof to roof for at least like 2-3 miles, dude.
Wow.
Yeah, man, that's how close the houses are together and how everything's structured there. But the people were pretty friendly inside the city, but getting there, you got your stares because they haven't seen a black person before, probably ever. And only thing they probably see them is like seeing like a dude like dunking a basketball.
Yeah,
or
like on TV.
On TV or rapping or something. So I got a lot of stares the whole time I was over there. And it got annoying at first, but you got to be used to it. Being black in America, you get stared at anyway because they think you're doing something. Yeah.
Only difference is I can imagine they won't try to pull out a gun and shoot you in Japan.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd probably be a katana. Yeah. What you doing here? What are you doing here, nigga? But no, man. Everybody was extremely nice, man. The food there was spectacular. That's the one thing I can't say about. The one thing I'm going to miss about being in Japan is it was man. Then like let me get on the food that I get on everything else. Like man, the food in Japan, when you consider fast food, like fast food over here is you order something and you'll get it like maybe like 5 to 10 minutes, and then it's shitty quality food.
Yeah.
I went to this place called Go Curry. Y'all go ahead and Google it. Y'all go ahead and like Google it while y'all listening. Go-Go Curry is spectacular. So pretty much when you go in, there's like a little vending machine like at the front door by the front door. So you pretty much put your money in, you choose the food you want, you hand the server pretty much your ticket, you sit down. 2 minutes later, your food's there and it's fresh.
Wow.
Because when I first went, I was like, okay, what's going on? Because I was like pressing on the menu trying to get it going, and then like the girl tried to speak to me as best she could in English, like you have to put money in first, and I was like, oh, hi, and then so I put the money in, and I sat down, and then right as I was saying that, I sat down pouring my water. Like he was just like, hi, dozo, and then he like just put it down. I was like, shit, it's already ready. And then just think about fried pork chops without the bone.
Yeah.
Over curry. If you ever had curry, it's like a kind of a real thick, spicy gravy over rice. Yeah. And I'm telling you, man, the rice over in Japan, I'm not really a big rice fan, but the rice over in Japan is ridiculous.
It's real rice.
Yeah, it's real rice, man. Like everything over there just tastes so much better, man. Like they had this Fanta that I'm gonna be looking for the rest of my life. It's a Fanta. It's called Fanta Nectar, and it's like it's.
Oh yeah, you can get that over here.
Nah, dude, no. No, man, because it's a Japanese flavor. I'll post a picture up on our Instagram, dude, because I was Googling it trying to find it over here so I could buy me a case of it. Yeah. It's like liquid gold, man. It tastes so good. I went to a vending machine over in the Ikeburu station, and I was just going over there sightseeing, and I saw it, and I went ahead and bought it, and I drank it, and I was like, man, like this shit is so good. I want to drink it again. So literally the rest of my trip, I was going from vending machine to vending machine all throughout Tokyo, and where I was staying trying to find it. And how about this shit was sold out everywhere I went?
Dang.
Everywhere I went, the shit was sold out. And I was like, I literally went to every vending machine. There's like a vending machine on every corner, like nook and cranny in Tokyo checking. And then when at one point I just screamed, I said, "Fuck! Like where is it?" Because at one point I went out of my way from my hotel to try to find it because I was going to leave. And that was like 2 days before I was going to leave. I was like, man, I need to find the drink one more time before I leave because I know I'm not going to be able to get it except for like going to the World of Coke, you know, downtown, which I might do in like a couple of weeks just so I can go ahead and get some of that sweet nectar.
Did you try the soft drink that was like extra carbonated?
Oh yeah, man, yeah. Like, and then you know what's crazy? I was on the train, and they had a commercial for the drink, and I thought it was like a movie trailer, cause like it came on and it had like Judd Law. I was like, oh okay, so this how you get your money, Judd. This how you get your money. So like Jude Law like had like it was like a samurai commercial, and I thought it was a movie. And he was like fighting this big old beast, and then it said Pepsi Strong 5X, and I was like, wait a minute, I was like, it's a Pepsi commercial? I was like, welcome to Japan. That's like the second thing I did when I got there. I went to like a local convenience store and went and got it, dude, and I just chugged that junk down. That junk is strong, man. But I will say, Cokes over here are stronger than they are over Japan, and water tastes so much better over in Japan than it does over here.
I can imagine. Yeah,
dude, it's like even like because I remember our hostess when they took us to our hotel room. She was like, "Oh, and you can drink the water from the faucet. It is okay." And I was like, "Oh, okay." I was like, "Cause I don't drink tap water because I'm one of them uppity Negroes. I don't do that shit. So over here I don't drink tap water unless I go through the Brita filter." But I went ahead and drank it. You know how like when you wash your hands and the water's real hard and it makes your hands real ashy?
Yeah.
Yeah, like over Japan, the water's like real soft. It's like, it is drinkable water, man. Like, dude, like everything over there, man. Like the air smell good, except for if you're like walking past like, like a smoking district. Even in the city with all like the transportation, the air it was very clean air.
That's
And that
great.
just blew my mind, man. Every place was clean. Like every time you went to like a restaurant or speaking of restaurants, man, let me get on this crap, man. I had like a hamburger. I had a hamburger steak. That junk was spectacular. And all it was just like a hamburger patty, and you could add either like a piece of cheese on top or an egg with some sides and some miso soup on it. It was just that simple, and the quality of the beef was just so good. It was only like $12 for it.
Wow.
And the whole time I was eating, I was just shaking my head. It's like, why can't we have this over here? Like, that's all I was thinking. Like, why can't we have it over here, man? It's like it makes no sense, man. And then like we went to a couple of temples. The temples were nice. We saw Tokyo Tower, and that's pretty much a replica of the Eiffel Tower from Paris. And then they also had a replica of the Statue of Liberty that was in Tokyo as well. The other thing that was kind of crazy, how they use that space effectively, is when you go into shopping, like when you go into like their malls and their shopping centers, like you know how we'll usually have like 2 floors, right? Like in Japan, it's 7 floors.
Dang.
Yeah, dude. And that's every store. Every store you go into, like when I went to the shopping district, you walk into one mall and you go up. You literally have 7 floors to go into, and then you go out of that store and then you go to another store that has 7 different floors. And I was like, yeah, man. It was funny because another thing, like when we first got there, we we took the wrong train, and when we had to like literally lug our luggage from, what was the name of the train station? It was the Shindomi JR Line train station to our hotel. And then we got to the hotel, like we were sweating bullets. Like, you know how like somebody like had like a book bag on, and like if you're sweating real hard, take the book bag off, it's like it'd be like a sweat patch on your back.
Yeah.
That's exactly how we were. And then like the guy, like we walked up to the counter, and the guy was like, "Oh, so where are you from?" And we was like, "Well, we're from America." It's like, "So how does the heat in Japan compared to America?" And and we was like, "Man, like this shit over here, like this don't even compare. This shit's hot over here." And it was like, "I hope you will adjust." And then like, and it was funny because he looked at me. He was like, "You might need to go drink some water." I said, "Thanks, man." And then like we went up to our room. Shit was hilarious. He was like, "No, you don't want to get dehydrated." And I was like, "Thanks, man. You know, I know how shit works."
Sounds like you had a good time though.
Oh yeah, man, I had a blast, man. Like it didn't hit me until I was driving back home, and I got off my exit, and I like started looking around my familiar surroundings, and I said, "Shit, I'm back." It was more like I said, fuck, I'm back. But like I said, man, like we said since day one, y'all need to travel. Make sure y'all get y'all passports, because it was kind of sad, because like while I was over there, I counted on one hand how many people of color I saw. And you know what? A lot of people that I saw over there, I saw a lot of Russian people over there.
Oh wow.
A lot of Russian people were over there, dude, and they were just looking at me like, "How'd you get over here?" And that's kind of sad. Like, I got more stares from other foreigners than I did from Japanese people. They were like, "How did you get over here?"
Because we have that stigma worldwide. There's just a stigma that we're worthless and we can't do anything. So
yeah, we don't travel, dude.
It's the picture that America paints of us.
Yeah, pretty much. And then like another crazy thing was like we were like when I first went through customs going into Japan, the guy, like when I walked up to the guy, he was checking everybody's passports. He was like, "Are you military?" And I was like, "No, I'm not military." He was like, "Oh," and I was like, "Oh." I'm not being racist. That was his exact expression. He was like, "Whoa." So I guess the only time like we do come through Tokyo or the Narita International Airport is when we are military. Military people come through there, and it's not just tourists. Coming back today, going through customs, this lady was questioning me. He's like, "Where'd you come from, sir?" And I was like, Japan, and she was like, oh, so you trying to get your little Filipino or a Thailand or the Taiwanese wife? And I was like, no, not Japan. She was like, oh, okay, I ain't gonna tell your wife. I'm like, I ain't even married. And she was like, I'm just messing with you. I was like, no, I guarantee you had some dudes come back with some. And that's another thing that was happening over there, man. There was a lot of simps over there, dude. You could tell there was a lot of dudes over there buying company.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was a lot of American guys, like American dudes over there, just buying buying company of Japanese women. And then
that's
another
probably why they love him so much.
hell yeah, it's like, oh, you big simp, give us your money. Uh, but like I said, man, like when you get a chance, I don't care if it takes a year. Cause it took me a while. This is like my dream trip, and I finally went on it. Like if it takes you a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, however long it takes you, plan it out and please travel before you get too old, before something happens to you. This will end my story real quick. A surreal moment like happened to me when I first arrived, when I got over to Japan. Because I left my SIM card here because I'm not trying to pay them the fees for AT&T. So I logged on to Facebook and I was about to load a picture up, saying, pretty much, the welcome to Japan picture that I put up. You see on the Instagram, and one of my high school classmates died of a head-on collision that day that I arrived in Japan. And I was like, wow,
Man.
it just shows that you don't have that much time.
Yeah.
You have so much time. We were the same age. You just don't have that much time on this planet, and it kind of made me, not because he died, rest in peace to him, but it just like when I saw that he had died, I was like, man, I really gotta let this trip up because I don't know when I'm leaving here.
Yep.
So it made me literally like the first time ever in my life I was on the trip, and I didn't worry about work or the other issues I have to deal with as far as just trying to progress in my life or any of that. Like I just like let all go, and I was like, man, I'm just gonna have fun. Because there's no telling when I'm going to get out of here. And no telling he might not have been able to go where he wanted to. You could tell he had a lot of love, man. Because he was a very well-liked person back in my high school. Because they had like a little candlelight visual for him. And people still talk about him today. Even today, right now, on Facebook. Talking about, man, we was road dogs together, man. I'm going to miss you, man, the rest of my life, man. It's sad to see it, but it was just shocking to me, like right when I logged on to Facebook, I just saw like a whole bunch like rest in peace. I was like, man, like dude, he was just coming home from work, and lady went up the wrong ramp because she was drunk and killed him, man. Well, all in all, I just want everybody if you have a trip planned. Try to go on it, man. The year is still young. We're halfway through the year now. I planned this trip out in January and just planned it for this past week, and I just made it happen, man. So just plan ahead, save your money, make it happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much it, man.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another week of Weekly Wisdom. Another brand new episode of the Blank Canvas Podcast with your boys EC and ST. We back with another week of that heat, Man, be sure to check us out on all your podcast streaming services. YouTube, most important. iTunes, most important. Audio Mac, most important.
All of them important.
Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all that. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe buttons. Follow us up, hit us up, let us know what you like about the show, what you don't like about the show, everything. Rate us 5 stars, leave us a little message or whatnot. We'll get back to you as soon as we can. But with that said, man, let's get into the news.
Yeah. So what you got, ST? What's been going on since I've been gone?
Well, it's been a lot of things that has been going on, especially in the northern part of the country. We've still living out, times of peril with, this whole cops versus black people thing, with cops getting, slaughtered and, people And the city of Milwaukee is is hurting right now. You know, but a lot of people don't realize how bad it is in Milwaukee.
Oh, how
So
bad is it, man?
well, I stumbled across an article that pretty much explained what it's like to be black in Milwaukee.
Okay.
It's pretty bad, man. Overall, it says this is not just being black part, but Milwaukee's poverty rate alone, that's white people, black people, Hispanic, overall, it's higher than the national rate.
Damn.
So, yeah, it's called the worst place to live if you're black.
Well, that's very subtle.
Yeah. So 4 reasons that are given for that. It says that Milwaukee has one of the highest poverty rates in the nation, which is 29%. 17.3% of blacks are unemployed. Damn. Compared to the 4.3% of white people. It ranks 8th for the most violent crime amongst cities of 100,000 or more. And in 2004, the median household income for black people was $25,600.
Wow.
Compared to $62,600 for white people. I mean, you can only imagine the disconnect between races in this city. It's really depressing just to sit and read about all the things that is going on here, and especially with this, it being known as one of the worst cities for racial inequality.
Yeah,
I feel like the people up there could really use a helping hand economically, especially for us that live up there. I guess one small shining light of throughout this whole police brutality thing in Milwaukee is that there was a couple ladies who baked cupcakes, and they gave away free cupcakes and free hugs to just random people, I guess random passerbys.
Oh, okay, that's nice.
Yeah, so from that aspect, there's still like that solemn glimmer of hope, I guess. But overall, man, we praying for our people in Milwaukee, man, because it's not looking so good, and it doesn't help that we got pretty much a coon that's running the police force, just making us look even worse.
It's crazy, man. While I was over in Japan, I was watching CNN trying to keep up what's going on in America, and they never spoke about the shootings in Milwaukee and the riots. I had to find out on Twitter.
Yeah,
man. It's kind of chilling and sad how to see how news coverage is around the world when you're not there, and how they can manipulate the media, manipulate news on the show. Pretty much that's how it always has been. They just show you what they want you to see, and they want to make sure America is showing a favorable light while they're over there. But while I was in Japan, all I heard was mostly like news as far as like the Japanese, how they were doing in the Olympics. And then in Thailand, I heard this a lot because they really focus on this. Like there were some bombings that happened in Thailand at popular tourist sites.
Wow. And
like a couple of people were killed during that time, so they focus on that. But I didn't hear anything about what happened in Milwaukee, man. That's kind of sad, man. That's real sad. But as we said, it goes back to economic deprivation. Not having jobs, meaningful jobs, in the city or in the area, and just taking away resources from people, man. When you take away resources from people, not saying it's right or wrong, like you have to find a way to survive.
Yeah, and you can't expect anything else but war.
Yeah, All right, let's like give like a hungry, let me see, hungry dog a piece of like crust from your bread, and then like you're sitting in front of him eating the other piece of the bread, and they got pretty much like a whole bunch of meat in it, and you know some peanut butter, some jelly, all that up in it. You give him just a crumb, and you're just like, oh, you can make it off of this. This is enough. As you're getting fat eating the sandwich. That's pretty much how it is, man. You're just laughing like you can't make this piece of breadcrumb into something else or something more. Oh, okay, then you must be dumb. You must be lazy. You know the old stereotypes. You know it.
Yeah. So, and you know it's on both sides. You know because there's greed and selfishness on one side. There is a bit of ill will towards those, and rightfully so, because you know how can you expect me to be better when you don't give me the tools or you don't provide me the opportunity to be better?
Or not to provide us with the opportunity, but letting us come up to the table and let us make our own way and not shutting that avenue off as well, and then making it seem like we don't have a way to support ourselves or survive, or we just need help all the time when you don't give us the resources to go ahead and let us do it ourselves and branch off ourselves. That's the real issue.
Well, what I mean by provide is, because they, I mean, at the end of the day, they're the ones who are going to give it to us.
Yeah, which is sick and sad.
Man. I mean, there's no other way that we can get it.
Yeah.
Because we don't own anything, we don't grow our own food. I mean, it's getting back to the point where we have to start doing that stuff again. We got to start growing our own food in our backyards. We got to start, doing some of the simple things that, our ancestors used to do, so that we could at least have some kind of some shred of something.
Yep, so we can have some kind of independence. Yeah, I totally agree with that, man. I definitely agree, man. But we praying for the people in Milwaukee. It seems like we praying for some hashtag or some city almost every other week, man. It's getting crazy, because I heard the reason for the rise was because they didn't release the body cam video. And by the time y'all hear this, hopefully they do release the body cam video. But what's the fuck is the point of the body cam if they're not going to release it to the public? And then at one point I heard that the body cam wasn't on to begin with.
Yeah.
Or somebody else theorized that the guy probably didn't even point the gun at the cop. That's why they didn't want to release the body cam footage, which kind of makes sense, because if he did have the gun pointed at the cop, they would go ahead and release the video, but like, look at this thug. He deserved to die. But since they haven't released it yet, then it must be another one of those incidents where the cop just was like, oh, I'm scared. I see somebody with a skin color that's like darker than mine. I need to pull the trigger before he becomes a super Negro and bites my head off.
Yeah. The funny thing about the body cam thing, like, I know, pretty much, because just not too long ago, North Carolina passed a law saying that the general public cannot view the footage of the body cam. So. How much more corrupt can you be?
I don't know, man. I do not know, man. It's a joke, man. Now it's pretty much a joke, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not a funny joke, but a joke.
Yeah, it's just a joke. Yeah, man, it's just so stupid, dude. But as long as we have camera phones and they don't find a way to have them things shut off with like the cops, like. I think this might
you over.
I think this jump might be coming in the future, where like if like something's happening, like a crime scene, there's like a standoff between just like a regular perp and a cop. Like the cops gonna like probably press a button, and they're probably gonna have like someone that can press like a button on like their uniform, or like their little what is it, like that little intercom or whatever.
Disable like cell phones around like a 1 mile radius.
Yeah, a 1 mile, 50 mile radius, or anything outside that. Like, oh, this shit's too grainy. Like his finger, like him holding his hand down. See, he got a gun in his hand. Like, dude, that's just his hand. Like, if it gets to the point, like something's gonna happen where either the body cams, they're gonna find a way to actually like utilize the body cams. They're gonna find a ways to stop people from like taking videos. So something's gonna happen, man, because it's gonna all come to a head eventually. Because this is getting to the point where this is getting really, really, really ridiculous, man. Because it's happening at least like three times a month, every month.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a broken record now, and people just they get mad on Twitter for a minute, be hashtag warriors for a minute, and then their favorite little love of hip hop show come on, be like, oh, okay, he'll be all right. You know, I did my thing. Doing Twitter. Twitter's the only thing I need to do.
I marched for 20 minutes. So
I'm marching my fingers for 20 minutes and trolling people. Yeah, we good. Yeah, it will happen to me. Then you end up you being the hashtag. Like you 2 seconds away from being the hashtag. People don't understand that, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's just, ugh.
What you got, man?
So I have some health news. We usually don't get on that tip, but I think this is very interesting article that I read. They said how much a decade of obesity raises your cancer risk. So they're pretty much saying the longer you stay obese, so if you stay obese for like 10 to 20 years, that raises your risk, especially in women, of gaining the multiple types of cancer. So pretty much they said the longer a woman is overweight or obese, the more her risk may increase along her risk of cancer may increase with time. They say there was a new study came out from the PLOS medicine department on Tuesday that revealed that the duration of having high body fat mass is linked to higher risk of developing several types of cancer, ranging from breast cancer to epidural cancer. It said its first study to explore the relationship between overweight, duration, and cancer risk is a large cohort of women, said Melina Arnold, which is a scientist of the World Health Organization for women. So it's pretty much saying like the longer you stay overweight, the higher your risk are of cancer and other diseases. And that's kind of stating, not saying they're not doing good work as far as research. It's kind of stating the obvious. When I was like 230, like 230, 280, like something was always wrong with me. Like my knees were always popping. My chest was always hurting. What else was wrong with me, man? My back would always hurt. I would have shortness of breath. Like sometimes I would breathe in and I would have like a sharp pain like close to my heart. And instead of me like taking another deep breath, I would shorten that breath and then I would like pause and like maybe I could take a breath now and it won't hurt anymore. And then after I lost all my weight, like all that went away. Like me breathing, my knees, my feet hurting, my back hurting, all that went away. Like my chest wasn't encaved every time I was like, literally like this how fat I was, man. Like literally when I would wake up in the morning, like I would feel like my rib cage was like pushed in because when I would lay on my side, my fat would like push my rib cage into my chest. So I had to wake up every morning and pop my chest. And I literally hear like a big thump to pop my chest back pop it back into place, which is pop it, period. And now I get up for the day, then my knees are hurt, but I'll be like, oh, okay, where can I go eat some Zaxby's today? Not even thinking about it. Like, you gotta understand, man, food is good. Like my motto was when I was losing my weight was, food is good, but it's not that good.
Yeah. Yeah,
it's really not, man, because like I pretty much almost added maybe like 8 to 10 years on to my life for me losing them 70 pounds, man. Like what was it like, man? Like 6-7 years ago now.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's important, man, because what a lot of people don't realize is that with all that weight, there's so much more storage room for bacteria, and bacteria pretty much causes cancer. So especially if you're not flushing that stuff out. So
you're flushing it down with Diet Cokes and was it extra sweet tea? Yeah, man, not drinking any water, man.
Yeah, it's hard to fight that stuff off if you're big like that all the time and you don't constantly flush your body out, because it's hard to do that when you got a bunch of weight sitting on you.
It's true. Researchers discovered that for every 10 years a woman the women were obese during adulthood, their risk of obesity-related cancer increased by 7%.
Wow.
Meanwhile, the risk of postmenstrual breast cancer went up 5%. Cause like we said, like a past episode, usually like people don't even die of old age anymore; they die of cancer.
Yep.
Yeah, man. So it's just another issue that we're gonna have to deal with to help us, to destroy this disease. Is also keep ourselves healthy. Yeah, I know how it is, man. Like you eat something one day, then the next day you be like, man, what I'm gonna eat? What I'm gonna eat tomorrow? And while you eating that one meal, you like, man, what I'm gonna eat tomorrow? And that just shows that you kind of have a problem. Cause like I had a big issue. Cause I would literally like eat a pizza, then later on that day while I was eating the pizza, I'm like, ooh, okay, well, I might go ahead and go to Hardee's, and go ahead and try that new burger I saw on TV. And the whole time somebody just laughed at me like, look at that fat bastard. I would literally sometimes like literally eat McDonald's and go into the gym and thought I was doing something. Like it was ridiculous, man.
Yeah.
They found out the more weight that you lose, if you lose 5 to 10% weight loss, it decreases your chances exponentially of getting cancer by 20%. The more weight you lose, and the closer your BMI is to be in a healthy range. So man, everybody make sure y'all get y'all water in you. Make sure you eat your vegetables. And fast food really is kind of a treat. And you only really should eat it on weekends or just to indulge in every now and then. But we're into a culture now where we literally like eat fast food every day, and it's not an indulgence. It's just like almost like a necessity where some people just can't live without it.
Yeah.
You gotta eat it every day. It's not meant to be eaten every day. Fast food is meant to be eaten maybe like once or twice a week, if that.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that's me getting on my high horse. I can kind of speak on it because I was a fat ass. So I know how it is out there, man. The struggle is real. Yeah, but you gotta look in the mirror and say to yourself, "Hey, it's time to make a change. I'm tired of being this way." And either some people do it for looks, they want to get into different clothes, but I did it for health, man. That should be the number one thing. It shouldn't be trying to get anybody or to. If it does make you feel better, if you want to look good in some nicer clothes, use it as your motivation. But your main motivation needs to be your health. That's it. All right, I'm done. Yeah, man. So what, ST, what you got? You got anything else?
Yes, last one, man. Just something funny. In just 6 months, several remote control drones have crash landed within jail premises, which have sparked
my bad.
you straight. Which has sparked off concerns that they might be smuggling things into the prison. Jail experts have expressed concerns that these drones have been used to smuggle in items that are not allowed in the prison, like drugs and mobile phones. These machines have also been suspected to be used for surveillance purposes and finding smuggling routes and working out escape plans.
Wow, dude. These man, people aren't playing, dude.
Nah.
They gonna get there outside. They gonna get there outside in their drugs. Like, hey man, give me an ounce of that ting up in here.
I'm gonna get my cools.
Hell yeah, zing! That's a drone taking off. Oh man, dude, just think about you being being in the prison. You see a drone coming, and it has the drugs on the drone, and the dumbass dude flying it. Like messes up and it like hits like a pillar and then knocks the shit down.
Yeah. It could kill somebody.
Hell yeah. Or it can alert the cops and make the block hotter, then you lose your outside privileges. Like that is funny, man. That is funny. You can't stop, man. Like literally you can't stop people from getting what they want. That's what it seems like.
Yeah. Assistant Secretary of the Prison Officers Association said that the use of drones to evade security has reached an all-time high. It's an extremely worrying development as drones are inexpensive, easily accessible, and you don't have to be a fighter pilot to fly one.
Now, that's funny. That little blur was funny.
As I read earlier, that a lot of people are using them to take advantage of the weakness in security, for like video recording, escape plans possibly. Like it's getting ridiculous, man.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised that somebody's using a drone to get El Chapo's son.
It's like, get my son out. Oh, we got you, Holmes. Oh man, that is wild, dude.
Yeah.
People you have to respect. You can't do no respect that, dude. You can't do no respect that. People are just finding ways to get around the system. Like to a certain extent, only thing you can do is respect it. That's all you can do, man. Like shoot. Now, if I was in prison and one of my boys like, hey man, we're gonna go ahead and fly you in some some movies or something, or some food, and just all I gotta do is just like buy like a $20 drone. I'll take that risk.
Yeah, I wouldn't be upset with that.
Yeah, what you got to lose, man? You got nothing to lose at all, man. Like with the drone coming in, because all you have to do is if the drone don't make it, like you can't pin it on anybody.
Yeah, you don't have to claim it.
Exactly. Hell yeah! Like the drone will make it to you. Like, was that drone coming for you? Like, what dumbass gonna be like, yeah? Like two weeks in the hole. Like, no, dude. No dude gonna tell the truth on that unless the drone makes it to him and you actually see him picking up what was on the ground. And then even me picking up on the ground, I'd be like, hey man, it was just sitting here. I ain't gonna not pick it up.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's free.
Hell yeah. It was just sitting here, man. He pack a Newport's just sitting here. Shit. Oh man, but that's freaking hilarious, man. Just thinking about just a drone flying into a prison. And like the prison's like, what the fuck is that? And the guy just sit up in there just like, hey man, come on man, please get up in here. Man, yeah, please man. That's like revolutionary type shit though.
Yeah. I mean, we get smarter criminals every day.
Yeah, I wish they would use that for good.
Yeah.
Yeah. It wouldn't be that many people in prison. Like the ones that deserve to be in prison, not the people that are just in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we already know about all that, but the people that deserve to be there, if they'll use that time more wisely and make our make the world better, not just this country, make the world better.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
That's it. I guess let's get into today's topic.
Let's do it. All right, so ST and I was just we were just thinking, sitting up thinking about topics of what we could talk about, and the one thing that that we came up with for this week, which is kind of funny and sad at the same time, is you ever had that one friend that he may have been going out with like his girlfriend, and she might have cheated on him, and then like the nigga never let it go. And no matter what she does, like it'd be like 10 years from now, she married with 2 kids, and like you see, like he'll see on the street, be like, man, I kill you, bitch. She's like, this shit 10 years ago. It's like, why don't you just let that shit go? So this week we're gonna talk about just letting grudges go and letting shit go and stop holding on to grudges, and how it can be a detriment. And also, how it can drive you to success in some cases. Oh man, we go ahead and start with that. Like how you can use grudges, and sometimes like I guess inner hate or venom for someone can actually drive you. So, like if it's like one of your coworkers at your job, pretty much took your idea. From a project and he got promoted, you can use that anger and hatred to either slash his tires, or use it catch his ass slipping when he walk into the water cooler, hit him over the head with a folder, Or you can use that for good. You can take that negative energy and turn it to something good, and use that to drive you to trounce that person in the workplace, fair and square, and move up above him so you can be his boss, and then you can fire his ass. You can use that. But another thing that I hate to see, especially with dudes, is just holding on to grudges for too long. And what I saw this on Bleach Report. It popped up. It was about Swaggy P and what was it? And then the homeboy D'Angelo Russell, because you remember he snitched on him, and pretty much Swaggy P broke up with what's her name? What's that bitch name?
Iggy Azalea.
Yeah, Iggy Azalea. Yeah, sorry for saying it. Sorry for calling you a bitch, sweetie. Yeah, Iggy Azalea.
No, you're not.
Yeah, so I saw it on Bleach Report. He talking about I can't stay mad forever. And what I was thinking in my head, because that was his quote, and I was thinking in my head like, yeah, you better not stay mad forever. You want to still play for the Lakers? You better get over that junk. And that's hell yeah. So that's him being smart, and that's taking his hatred and venom for D'Angelo Russell. Because keeping it real, he still hate that dude. Like if they were in a room together, it was just them two. And it was like cameras were off. It was like, hey man, how you really feel about me? He's like, man, I hate your guts. That's Nick Young or Swaggy P being smart and saying, hey, I'm trying to still eat.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna get over this and I'm gonna let it go.
I got a son to raise.
Exactly, man. So some people will sacrifice everything in their hatred and for their revenge for somebody, or they're just holding a grudge with somebody. You gotta learn how to work past that. You gotta learn how to look beyond that and say, hey, how would this like revenge or me just holding this grudge fuck up my money, fuck up my health? Cause you ever been so mad at somebody ST where you get a headache or your throat start hurting? Cause I have. I've got to the point where I've gotten mad at somebody for so long. Every time I thought about it, I got a headache. And I remember I was around the dude at one point, like my throat started hurting because I was just thinking of ways that I could just pretty much like beat him like close to inch his life. Like that's how much I hated that dude, but I had to get over it. And I think about it, I was like, man, if I beat this dude up, I go to jail, and then I won't be able to pursue my other endeavors and try to get over my career. So I was like, hey man, you gotta let it go.
Yeah.
Like just knowing me, man, like I'm a volatile dude as it is. So I was like, I was lucky to get past that because that jump pissed me off, man.
And that actually runs into the first point, which is knowing the benefits of not letting go, and it just comes down to just ask yourself this question: why is it hard to let go of something? And to be honest, like there are advantages and benefits to not letting go. At least for, as you said earlier, your instant gratification for the short term. You get to keep feeling like you're right. You can always assume the victim role.
Oh, the victim role. I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, people love to be in that victim role. Like, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be where I'm at.
Yeah.
So yeah, my life ended up because of you, ain't because of me. It's because of you. So I feel good about myself. Now pass that Schlitz.
Yeah. Yeah. Knowing the benefits of not letting go is a good way for you to help you let go and feel less pain about the situation. Step 2, accept what it is.
Yeah, man. Like if you got let the junk go, man. Like everybody has been caught slipping in their life. And if you listen to this junk now, you say I ain't never been caught slipping. Either you forgot about it or you're in denial. Because everybody's gotten caught slipping.
Yeah.
So you gotta let the junk go.
Yeah. When you accept what it is, then it becomes easier to let go. Yeah. When you're still struggling in your mind against what has happened, you feed the memory or the situation with more energy. You make what someone said or what someone did even bigger and more powerful in your mind and in your life than it might be in reality.
Dude, that is such a great point. That is such a great point because that happened to like one of my friends a couple years ago. It was a pickup basketball game, man. And, he thought he was just, just a man. And like he went to go play against these like the other two dudes play 2-on-2. And this other guy was talking like just straight just cash money to him. He's like, hey man, you garbage, man. Like watch him dunk on you. Like dog, you think you good but you're not. He's like, all right man, whatever man. I'm gonna get you. And then the dude ended up dunking on him. And like after he dunked on him, that was like game point. He walked off the court like I'm done for the day. Didn't even give him a chance to get his rematch. So that ate my friend alive for like a week. Like every time, like I wouldn't even mention, like for the first couple of days, he was like, "Man, I'm gonna get that motherfucker now." I see him. When I see him, I'm gonna go for his knees. Ooh, I hate that nigga. Like, dude, like he was like every time we were like talking at work, that's all he talked about. I was like, dude, like in the back of my head, I was like, number one, I ain't playing basketball with you ever again. And number two, I hope the next time you play basketball, you see him so you can get your revenge. Cause this is eating you alive, and I'm talking about. That's all he thought about. That's all he talked about. Like even though he was on Twitter, he was like subliminal tweets about getting dunked on. And I was like, man, this shit. I was like, this dude needs to get a hobby, man. This jump must really be messing with him, and he think he's really good at basketball. He's average. It took like 3 weeks for that dude to come back. And when we did play, we did win, but my friend didn't dunk on him, but we did beat him. And then after the game, I like went up to him, was like, "Hey man, like you got up your demons, man. You good now?" He was like, "Yeah, man, I feel so much better now." And I was like, "Dude, you held that grudge for like 3 weeks." He was like, "Yeah, man, that was the only thing on so long, but it was eating me up at night." He was like, he said some nights he couldn't sleep. I was like, "Good lord."
Yeah. That's pretty bad.
That is bad, man. That just shows you gotta let shit go. That dude like was coming in town for like just for the week, and he lived somewhere else like in Texas or something. Like what he would have did then? He'd have been screwed.
Yeah. He'd have been living the rest of his life like blaming it on his wife and kids.
Yeah.
On his next door neighbor, his postman.
Yep. Yeah. Everybody is everybody else fault but your own. Yeah.
Yep.
Like, why aren't you a success? Why can't you dunk a basketball? Like, Daddy, I'm 5.
Yeah.
The wife leaves him because that's all he worried. That's all he think about.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That shit's crazy.
Yep. Step number 3, and this is of course easier said than done, but forgive, man. Yeah, forgive. I think it was clearly hard for your homeboy to do that once he felt that he was wrong.
Yeah,
and I guess at least until after he got his revenge. But
yeah,
it's
tough, dude.
Yeah, it is. It's the hardest thing to do. But they say doing the right thing is never easy. If somebody wrongs you, it's gonna cause you some pain for a while.
Yeah.
But after that, you have the choice. You can refuse to let go of it and keep it inside. Like homeboy did for 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And let it interfere with your relationships and and keep replaying it over and over in your mind. Or you can choose to forgive. You can accept what happened, and like we said before, let that shit go.
Let that shit go. Like, hey, I got a question for you, ST. Like, what's what's the hardest thing that you had to forgive somebody for? Like, what's someone did something to you, you had to forgive them, but you just really didn't want to?
I think the hardest thing, probably, I guess going back to college, like, if you're talking to a girl and whatnot, y'all kind of have this understanding that, y'all gonna try something out.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna try to, hang out with each other, be exclusive, quote unquote, I guess.
Yeah, bump uglies. I got you.
And so, like, I guess a week later or whatever, like you find out or you see that person is, interacting with somebody else, and then all of a sudden, when they see you, they act like they don't know you.
Oh hell no!
So
Yeah.
yeah, so that was probably the hardest thing I had to do, forgive, because by that time, homegirl had been, dude, I guess used her up or whatever. And, and then, how right now? Yeah. Yeah. So, that's how you be feeling, because, she came back talking about, hey, I was thinking, and it's like, nah, it's a little bit too late for that. Because, you had your chance way back then. So, hey.
Oh, man, I would have been like, what?
You made your choice. So.
Ooh, dude, I would have been like looking through her. I would have walked past her like, you're a good one on that one, man. I don't know if I could have did that. I'm trying to think. I asked you the question. I'm trying to think. What's the hardest thing I ever had to forgive somebody for? What's the hardest? What is the hardest thing I had to forgive somebody for? I can't even think. Like, I remember I got to a fight, man, back in high school, and like this dude like stole some of my cookies, and I took let's just show how petty kids are. And like the dude, like, I took the cookies back from him, and then he slapped me. Yeah, like then like everybody, like, it was in front of everybody in the lunchroom. So, like, they were like, ooh. And so what I did, knowing who I am, I reached my hand all the way back as far as I could, and I slapped the shit out of his ass back. And then like we was about to get into a fist fight when the teachers came and broke it up. And then he was one of my like somewhat close friends before that. To this day, I really haven't forgiven him. So that one. Oh God! To this day, I still haven't forgiven dude. Just thinking about it, I was like, that motherfucker, dude. That dude, them cookies weren't cheap. $1.50 for 3. Like, you taking my cookies from me, nigga. What's wrong with you? I never forget that junk, dog. I ain't forget him since. Look at me trying to give advice and that shit. That shit was like 20 years ago. Oh man, like shit. Like, it's kind of tough, man. You're right, man. Because I'm the kind of person that's like, I'm a one strike you're out kind of person.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Like, I don't give you 3 strikes. I give you 1. I don't give you a chance to shit on me again.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. That's kind of tough for me. Not a good example, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry. But I'm human too. So we gotta try our best.
Yeah.
But do what we can.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. But that shit pissed me off, man. Cause
oh God.
it was in front of everybody too. They were like, "Woo!" Yeah. Fight. They were like, So I was like, "Woo!" And I was like, "Ain't no way in hell I ain't about to get my dad back in." And I'm talking, dude. I reached my arm back so far, you would look like my shoulder was dislocated. That's how far I reached back, man. So I maximum force on that shit. That bitch made, dude. Oh
God.
She made me mad. All right, man, we good. All right, what's after forgive?
Step number 4. Focus on what you can influence in your life.
Okay.
By reliving what happened over and over in your mind, you aren't really changing anything. Unless you have a time machine, you don't really have any control over the past.
Yeah.
So being distracted or worried by things that you cannot control in your life in any way right now is a waste of energy and a waste of time.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So ask yourself, what can I focus my time and energy on instead of actually trying to make a positive out of a negative.
Yeah, because replaying that over in your mind over and over again, all it's gonna do is just eat you alive. And I'm a victim of that. Like when I used to play Madden, like real hardcore, and I would lose, and people be talking shit online. And you're like, but like you suck, and you ain't got 21. Like that joke would eat me alive the rest of the day, dog. Like literally, like I would reread that like message over in my mind over and over again, and I just start cussing that person out. Like that motherfucker. If I ever see him, if I ever find out who he is, I'm gonna stub his toe, or like do something stupid to him, dudes. And I've been a victim of that, where I just sit up and I just reminisce over, people like trying to get at you, and then like what's funny? I try to replay it in my mind, like, ooh, if I could go back in time, this is what I would have said to him. Like I do that shit all the time.
I've done that. Yeah. I have done that.
Like I got. We all have witty comebacks. After the fact. Hell yeah. I try to stay on my toes nowadays, man.
Yep.
Hell yeah. So if somebody comes with some bullshit, I'm ready. Hell yeah, because I done got like everybody's got over the years, and I've gotten got a couple of times, and I made sure like after that I'm like, man, I gotta make sure I have my quick wit about myself so I can have something to say back to them. They try to get dissed or they try to like run away.
Yeah.
So I need to have a pamphlet out there with like 4 or 5 quick rebuttals back. If somebody says something to you, you had that shit on deck, so you won't be regretting that shit later, like EC, like myself.
Last one.
Yeah.
Step number 5. Let go again.
Okay.
If you let go of something that happened or some distraction in your life, that might not be the end of it. Life is not always that neat. The issue of distractions might pop up again. So you let go of it once more. Each time you let go of something, sometimes it has a tendency to pop back up less and less frequently if you keep remembering to let it go again. Plus, the extra practice of letting it go again will make it easier to let it go in the future.
Yeah, man, that's a good point, man. If you get to a point where something that irks you, you find a way to not let it bother you over time. There's less stuff that'll be on your mind. It'll be less burden for you. And then there'll be stuff that just roll off your back after a while.
Yeah.
Like if somebody come to you and just call you a bitch made dude, and he's like, hey man, he ain't talking about nothing. You can just keep walking, and And, you might be one because you didn't respond back to him, but still, hey. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, but you gotta learn how to overlook. You ST right. You do have to learn how to overlook things. So you're gonna spend your whole life reliving things that people said to you, how they were being mean to you, and all it's gonna do is just mess up your ego, shrink your ego, mess up your self confidence. And it's gonna make you end up being a bitter male or female, the rest of your life, and you're always on tilt when new people come around, or just old people that come around, and you're just never happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So you definitely have to learn how to let shit go over and over again. If it keeps happening to you, then maybe something that you need to start paying out in certain areas, or you need to start carrying yourself better. You need to listen to our previous episodes on how to gain your self confidence. And pretty much and how to boost your inner confidence and your inner ego, so you don't have to let that kind of stuff just rolls off your back, man. People that usually give the advice where they're like, don't, whatever people say, don't let it affect you, just let it roll off your back, let it roll off your sleeve or whatever. Those sometimes they be the main people that can't let shit go.
Yeah, you're right.
The main people that be giving the advice be the people that can't take the shit. But you do have to, if you want to live a fulfilling life and not have to live a stressful life, learn how to let stuff go.
Yep.
You have to, man. If you don't learn anything else from this episode, just learn just to let go, and know that it's bigger than it's bigger than that.
Yeah.
It's not worth the headache. It's not worth the stress. It's not worth somebody taking up space in your brain. They've won once they've gotten a space in your brain where you're constantly thinking about them. They've already won.
That's it.
That's it, man. So I hope y'all take these weekly wisdoms to use and just don't be letting it, fly in one ear and go out the other. Don't let people own space in your head, man. You control that. Let shit go. Don't hold grudges. Life's too short.
Yep. And
just live your life, man. That's what we bring here every week. We bring that heat every single week, man. So make sure, man. ST and I would love. It makes us feel better if y'all would just on iTunes. Make sure rate us. That makes us look good. Make sure we actually doing something. We put forth some effort and let us know how we're doing. And then hit us up on Twitter. Follow us up on Twitter. And just let us know how we're doing. It makes us feel good because we're doing this for the people. We want to make sure it's hitting, we're hitting the right fans or people that need to listen to this. Make sure we're hitting the right people.
Yeah,
and that's the whole point. We're here to uplift, not to bring down. That's why we're doing this.
Yep, all day,
every day. So shit, man. I know I'm gonna be jet lagged this week, so we want to make sure we got y'all episode in. So like right when I got off the plane. All right, when I got home, I hit up ST. I text her like, "Hey man, give me a minute, and we'll hit." I literally said, "Give me 1 minute, and we'll go ahead and hit this junk up because we want to make sure we bless y'all with something every week. We never want to miss a week. So we love y'all. Hit us up, and y'all stay blessed.
Yes, sir. Episode number 22. EC back up in this bitch. Let's get it.
I'm back, baby.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening to Black Canvas Podcast. We'll see you next week.